Oddsmakers have set the Oakland Raiders season win projection at 6 wins for the 2008 regular season. Do you play over or under? Find out next. From a Rockstar studio, Tony T here from Gamblers Television, covering the NFL Vegas style all season long. The Oakland Raiders finished the 2007 regular season with a 4-12 record. Second-year head coach Lane Kiffin returned to the team despite a reported attempt by Al Davis to force his resignation during the offseason. The Raiders struggled in stopping the run last year, finishing with a rush against average of 145.9 yards per game. While on offense, they struggled in the passing game, finishing ranked 31st in the league, averaging only 164.4 yards through the air per game. Now, those are the two areas in need of improvement for the Raiders heading to the 2008 season. Oddsmakers have set the Oakland Raiders over-under projected win total for the 2008 regular season at 6 games. Let's take a look at their schedule. The Raiders play in the AFC West, and that means 2 games with San Diego, Denver, and Kansas City. The AFC West plays the AFC East and NFC South this season, and they have difficult road games at New Orleans, Buffalo, and Tampa Bay. As the last-place team in the AFC West last season, they must play the 2 other last-place teams from the AFC, and it brings a difficult road game against Baltimore, and they're home to Houston. Let's take a look at their offense. Second-year quarterback Jamarcus Russell will start quarterback for the Silver and Black. Russell has a rocket arm and plenty of potential, but he's inexperienced. The young quarterback has a solid set of running backs in the run game with 1,000-yard rusher Justin Fargas and rookie Darren McFadden out of the mix. Second-year back Michael Bush has looked good in the preseason and has a look of a back who can help the Raiders big time in short yardage situations. Now the concern is in the wide receiver position, where Javon Walker was signed a huge free agent contract and was thinking of retirement after getting beat up in Las Vegas during the offseason. He's had a rough camp, and the Raiders are looking at him to play like a number 1. Ronald Curry, Drew Carter, and Armand Shields will battle for the number 2 position. The wide receiver group is definitely a weakness for the Raiders. Let's take a look at their defense. There were reports that head coach Lane Kiffin was set to fire defensive coordinator Bob Ryan, but Al Davis overruled his young coach. Kiffin then fired back, saying that Al Davis was his de facto defensive coordinator. It's getting comical in Oakland. Now, defensive lineman Tommy Kelly was given a hefty pay raise, but he's coming off an ACL injury that forced him to miss half the season. The Raiders are looking for a complement to defensive end Derek Burgess on the right side of the line. The linebacking core is young but talented. DeAngelo Hall was acquired in the offseason from Atlanta to play corner, but is a weak tackler. The Raiders don't have much depth behind their starting secondary. And now to my selection. Lane Kiffin has been taking jabs at the organization because of the lack of talent. But Kiffin needs to realize that you need to coach up your backups, and that depth just doesn't appear magically on your roster. It's up to your coaching to develop starters behind starters. Some writers in the Bay Area are suggesting that Kiffin is begging to be fired, and he wants to get back into coaching in the college ranks where he has more control over his personnel. This could have a negative impact on the team if the Raiders start poorly. 2008 will be a learning year for quarterback Jamarcus Russell. Russell doesn't have the weapons in the passing game, and the Raiders will struggle big time for wins on the road. The running game is solid, but opposing defenses may play 8 men in the box if the Raiders' passing game is poor, making it difficult for rushing yards. Now, defenses must respect the pass, or else they will just simply stack the box. 2008 looks like a turbulent season. As a Raider fan, it hurts me to say, play the Raiders under 6 wins for the 2008 regular season. From a Rockstar studio, this is Tony T reminding you to visit and bookmark my television show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com for continuous point spread coverage from the NFL. Gamblers Television, get addicted.